Hey there, kiddos. We're going to start our writing today. And so, in order to do that, I'm going to take a look. You guys get to look with me at when I did my ideas. So, when we look over here at my ideas, what I wrote down was times that I got hurt. The first one says I was 3 years old and I broke my leg. And then I talked about how I didn't really remember that one too much, but my sister and my mom used to tell me about it. And then I wrote down I fell off my bike and I cut my chin open. And I was like your age, I was like 7, so I remember that really well. And then the third one I wrote was when I tripped on a board and it hit my leg. Well, that wasn't all that long ago, but like I said, it was a bruise that I got from that, but it wasn't a super big deal. I mean, the bruise just went away. So I put a red circle around the one that says I fell off my bike and I cut my chin open. And that's what I'm going to write about. So you guys are going to get to watch me write the beginning of this story. So I'm going to turn my paper and you're going to be doing yours in a seesaw activity, okay? Because we don't have our beginning, middle, and end paper. Remember, we started using this at school, but we don't have that kind of paper at our house. So if mom or dad or a grown-up wants to help you by making a piece of paper that looks like this for you, you can sure do that and then just show it to me on paper, or you can do it right on your seesaw activity, okay? So I'm thinking about the beginning of my story. And when we do the beginning of our stories, we always use the word first. So I think you guys will remember this. First is what we're going to use in the beginning of our story. When we get to the middle, we get to choose between next or then. And when we get to the end, we choose between last or finally. But the beginning, we always start with the word first. So right away, we know that's what we need to do. We write first. Okay, so when we begin our story, we're not going to say what part of our body got hurt yet. Nope. And we're not going to say if it was a cut. We're not going to say if it was bleeding. We're not going to say any of that yet. In the beginning, we have to kind of set the story up and let people know who are reading our story what were we doing before we got hurt. Okay, so when I got hurt, I said I was out riding my bike. So I'm going to start with first, I went, WENT. And you know what? Last time we were at Distance Learning, you had your green writing folder. I'm going to grab mine. I hope you still have yours. I told you to keep it and save it just in case this happened. And in there, I have all those important things to help us write. My mini word wall, my green dictionary, and my blue journal helper. So I'm going to grab my mini word wall. The word went. I'm going to check. WENT. There it is. First, I went. So you should still have this at home. If you don't, I'm going to be really sad because I did tell you to keep it. First, I went on a. Now I want to write the word bike. Buh. I'm sounding out slow like I am 100 years old. Buh. I locked it in my brain. It said its own name. It said I bike. Hear that K? Now I know that the I said I. It's a long I. It said its own name. I need magic E. We have been working really hard on that lately. You know what? This week we're working on I Magic E. Exactly that. First, I went on a bike ride. That starts with R, R. It happened again. R, duh. Oh, now I locked it in my brain. That said I. So I need a magic E. That's what makes that happen. I'm going to read and check my sentence. First, I went on a bike ride. It makes sense. Okay, so I put period. Remember, we're writing two sentences each time. Two in the beginning, two in the middle, and two in the end. I did my first sentence. I set this down and I grabbed green and red. And I reach right around here. Here they are. I've got my capital with green, my period with red. So if a grown-up makes a piece of paper for you that looks like this one, then you can use your crayons to do this. If you're doing it on your iPad on the Seesaw activity, then you have to change the pencil to green first to circle your capital, and then change it to red to circle your period, right? All right, that means I'm ready for sentence number 2. First, I went on a bike ride, and you know what? I'm still not telling you what part of my body got hurt. Nope, don't do it. That will happen in the middle. And I'm still not saying anything about if I fell, if I ran into a tree. Nope, don't do it. You either. That comes in the middle. My next sentence is still leading up and setting up what was going on that day. Okay, so I went on a bike ride, and I always went with my brother. So I'm going to say that next so that you'll know when I get to the middle that he was there with me when it happened. Okay, so I start with a capital went. Oh, there's went. And of course, I can have my word wall right here and see the word went, W-E-N-T. I went. And then I need the word with. You know what? Right here. It's on my mini word wall. W. There it is. With it. And out comes my tongue. There we go. I went with my brother. Ooh, I feel very confident. That means I know it's going to be here. Bruh. And I know it starts like that. Bruh. Our family words right on the front of the house. So I can use this to help me out. Brother. Can you see it? Brother. B R. I'm still using that to help me out. O T H E R. So my blue journal helper was very helpful. Now I'm going to check that sentence to see if it makes sense. I went with my brother. Yep, everybody understands that what that means. Time to set it down again and get my green and red. When I see the period, the red, that's the end of the first sentence, then I know the very next one will be green. It always happens that way. That is the end of sentence 1 and the beginning of sentence 2. And then I have a period there. And that is all you will do for today. Okay? 2 sentences for the beginning. Don't say how you got hurt. Don't say what part of your body got hurt. Don't say what kind of accident you had. Save that for the middle. But you do need your picture, so I've got to work on that. You guys get to see how this looks. So of course, we were outside. It was a very nice day. And well, my brother, his name is Mark. And he used to get kind of mad because I would follow him everywhere on our bikes. I mean, I think sometimes he didn't mind, but sometimes he didn't like it. He was 2 years older than me, so we played together a lot when we were little, like you guys. So the day that we went on this bike ride, I was 7, and so that means he would have been 9 years old. So here we are, and we have, even now, the same color hair. Like his is short. He's in the front, and I'm back here. I'm in the back, and I'm following him. He's in the front there. Now I'm just finishing up that last little bit. And there we are, out on our bikes. All right. Then tomorrow, when we work on our story, we'll work in the middle. Okay, and in the middle, we'll decide, do we want the word next or do we want the word then? In the middle is where you say, what happened? How did you get hurt? And what part of your body got hurt? Okay, don't say that in the beginning. Okay, all right. So you can have a grown-up make you paper like this, or find it on the internet and print it off, or you can do it right on the Seesaw activity.